then giving quality education to the students, rising populations. These are the macro challenges universally to all the countries. And of course, individual nations are working hard to find the solutions to these sort of challenges. In India, we have been facing these sort of problems as well. And number one, you see, I will have to discuss these problems with you, the challenges with you. Unless I discuss these challenges and problems with you, you will not know the importance of EDP and skill development program at this moment. That is why I have thought that I should share some problems that our economy has been facing since long periods. Number one problem, regional imbalance. Of course, I shall be discussing all the macro factors, because with the macro factor analysis, we can come to know some solutions to it. So, regional imbalance. Can any of the students, friends, tell me what is regional imbalance? Can anyone please share with us? Any rough idea? It's like a discussion session. Don't take it too seriously. There is no marks. It's not an examination. Friends, anyone having idea about regional imbalance? Regional imbalance? What it is actually? Please tell me.
So, if like some area will get more opportunities and
Right.
others, like they get more facilities, more
Right.
infrastructure facilities. And
Right. Exactly. He has got the concept. That is why he has been able to speak. Now, what is regional imbalance? You have to know this first. Has anyone ever been at Gujarat or Maharashtra? Any one of you? If you ever visit that particular place, Maharashtra or Gujarat, you will see that huge industrialization process is going on, or has been going on since several years in that particular areas. And their economy is totally dependent on industrialization. They have immense infrastructural facilities to promote industrialization in those states. Now, coming to eastern part of India, or you can say northeastern India or in Assam, you will see the opposite picture. We have very less scope of industrialization. And I know that our Indian economy is dependent on agriculture. 60% of population is dependent on agriculture. Still, we have enough scope for developing industrialization, promoting entrepreneurship. So, this is the situation, the regional imbalance. In some part of our country, the states are highly developed in terms of industries, or in other part of our country, you'll find very less number of industries. Coming to second point, concentration of economic into the hands of the few. That is also a big challenge. Did you understand what I am speaking about? Friends, please tell me. Otherwise, I'll have to break it up and put more elaborations before you. Anyone, friends? What does it mean? Economic power concentration into the hands of a few. Anyone? Rough guess. Anyone? It's a just logically you think economic power concentration into the hands of a few. Anyone? Friend, you can speak something about this.
So maybe it's just related to just like politicians or maybe renowned businessmen. That is all our economy is based on those investments that they are doing.
Right.
Just we seek our job in that.
Right. You are absolutely correct. See, since independence, you will know that our economy is being controlled by government officially, but somehow it is an open secret. Some business tycoons have their role in controlling the government. So why this is happening? Because they have money power, they can fund elections, and once they fund elections, obviously if the party comes into power, definitely it will have to listen to that sponsor. So that is quite logical. I can tell you a very recent example in this regard, and this issue has been a hot potato nowadays in Indian economy. Have you heard recently the name Nirav Modi? How many of you have? Great. That means you have interest in economics too. His name is Nirav, but he silently escaped. What happened? Why I have mentioned his name in this context? There is a logical reason. And see, friends, today I would like to share with you some practical things, because bookish things you will get in the classroom. And why I want to say some practical things? Because then only you can relate the practical exposure, practical knowledge to your bookish knowledge. And once you connect to it, you will be able to learn faster. What happened actually when Nirav Modi escaped from India? That particular day when news spread up all over India. Can anyone tell me what was the logical consequence of this? Can anyone tell me on our economy? I have just hinted you on our economy. What was the consequence on that particular day? And this is exactly related to the economic concentration, power into the hands of the few. What happened, guys? Please tell me. Definitely. You people are very smart. And I'm happy that you have the, knowledge about the current affairs other than your, knowledge of the books. On that particular day, share prices of jewelry companies, diamond companies fell down. Now you can say why? Is Nirav Modi was the owner of all the companies there? No, he was having like a particular brand, a few companies. But why the whole sector fell down on that particular day? That we have to ponder over. Because in the jewelry market, he has been doing business since several years, and he was controlling the majority share of jewelry and diamond industry. And there are few players who could compete him. And this has happened because the sector has only a few number of entrepreneurs, businessmen. So this economy itself is dependent upon him. See the situation. That is why I tell you, we need more number of entrepreneurs in every sectors, so that rationally we can spread up the risk, or spread up the balance, what you can say. Now coming to third point, export. Export, what does it mean actually? Can anyone tell me what does the export mean? It's very easy. It's very easy. Just relate to your day-to-day life. Anyone, friend? Among the girls, anyone? You, madam? Export, what does it mean? Export, what does it mean? You, yeah. Yes. Supply, right? Great. Once you get participative, you will learn more. That I am telling you. Exactly. It's in a normal circumstances, you can relate like this. It's like, selling. Selling is a kind of export. Export is also termed to be selling, because when you use this term in terms of countries, we can call it export. Export means when excess production of our country is sent outside, then it is called export. But interestingly, we are not doing enough in these areas. Do you know why? Because we have lack of industrialization all over the countries. Although few states having abundant resources in terms of industrialization, but except the few states, others don't have that much progress. Now, what is the consequence of having less export to outside India? You have to know this. For example, if export is not higher than import is just reverse of export. For example, import is buying something outside India, bringing something from abroad. When export is less, that means your sale of a country is less. Mind you, as a business person, you think like this. When sale of a country is less, that means revenue generation of a country is less. When revenue generation of a country is less, that means we have less amount of funds in our exchequer, in our treasury, and in a way we have to, to fill up the gap, we have to bring the funds from World Bank, IMF. If you are not self-dependent on selling our own products outside India, and at the same time, if we do not have enough funds in our hand, we will not be able to do developmental works in our country. Now, how we can create exports? Through entrepreneurship, I tell you, friends. If more and more people come, join hands to set up business, to make industries, then definitely a time will come when we'll have more exports outside India. I will give another example in this regard. How many of you have drunk lychee? How many? Almost everyone. And I have closely observed this product. Do you know why? Because we have to learn something from our neighboring countries called Bangladesh. See, this is the example of export. They have beautifully, wonderfully exported this product, marketed neighboring areas called Northeast, and almost in every pan shop you will get lychee drink. And very recently, sir, very recently I have seen they have been competing with the Lays